Namaste students, welcome to statistics class. Yesterday's class we discussed about two kinds of diagrams, that is one is simple bar diagram and one more is multiple bar diagram. In yesterday's class we discussed multiple bar diagram. Here today we will discuss about a component or subdivided bar diagram. Here also we represent a rectangular bars. Rectangular bars of equal width are drawn, and here after drawing a bars are subdivided. Here bars are, then after drawing rectangular bars are subdivided according to the data of the variable. According to the what information they have given, we subdivide the bar. That's what we call it as subdivided bar diagram. Here we divided initially we draw the bars to the total of the variable. The total value of the variable, what values they have given, we have to total it. When we total it, what value we get, based on that we draw the bars, the length of the bars. Based on that we draw the bars. Then after drawing bars according to the total, then we subdivided the bars. That's what we call it as subdivided bar diagram. Now here also along the y-axis we take the scale. Along the y-axis we take the scale, and x-axis we are not considering any of the scale, but we need to take their equal weight. As I said, it is only for the purpose of beautification. Only for the purpose of beautification. So now we'll see one of the example related to subdivided bar diagram. And this subdivided bar diagram, it will appear for 5 marks in your exam. It will come for 5 marks in your exam. Now read the problem there. First one. For the following data, construct a component bar diagram. Construct a component bar diagram. Component or subdivided bar diagram. Now, expenditure of two families they have given, family A and family B, and expenditure on food, clothing, rent, education, fuel and others. Now, initially when we get this kind of problem, what we need to do? We need to total the value. We need to write it down. Here I will solve this table only I consider a solution, and when you do it on the paper, once again you have to draw this particular table, you have to draw in the solution. So here we need to total it. Whatever value they have given, that we need to total it. So when we total 2000, 580, 880, 2200, 360, 280 and 1800, here we get 8100. And when we total this, here we get 11,700. Here we get total as 11,700. Now we'll draw the subdivided bar diagram. Here y-axis and x-axis. Y-axis and x-axis. So here what we need to represent along the x-axis. Here we represent the family A and family B. Before that, we will write the table heading. What we are showing here, the subdivided bar diagram. The diagram showing expenditure of family A and family B. Family A and family B. This is the diagram which shows the expenditure of family A and family B. Now the total magnitude. The total is 8100. For that total we need to draw the bars. Before that, y-axis what we need to represent? Here we need to represent expenditure in rupees. Expenditure when in rupees. Now see the values. Which is the least value here? The least value is 280, and which is the highest value here? Here highest value is 2000. But while drawing, see, we cannot represent this information directly. We cannot represent this information directly. See, you need to do here, roughly you need to show that. It is not necessary to show in the table. Here first value we represent as 2580. Next one 2580 plus 880. Cumulative values we need to make. 2050 plus 880, that is 3460. 3460. Then 3460 plus 2200, that is 5660. Then 5660 plus 360, 6020. 6020 plus 280, 6300. 6300 plus 1800, you need to get their total 8100. Now these values we need to represent on the bars. Now next one you do the cumulative values. First one 3350. Second one 3350 plus 1250, that is 4600. Next one 4600 plus 3100, that is 7700. Next 7700 plus 1550, there we get 9250. 9250 plus 450, that is 9700. 9700 plus 2000, there we get 11,000 total. 11,700 we need to get. So this cumulative value we need to prepare. This you can show roughly, not necessary to show in the table. If you show in the table, it's not wrong. While now we need to represent the diagram. We need to represent the bar diagram. Through bar diagram we need to represent it. Now what is the total? 8100 and here 11,700. Up to 11,000, up to 12,000 we need to represent the value. Now it is better to go with values like 2,000, 4,000, 6,000, 8,000, then 10,000, 12,000, we write 14,000. Now, the first bar is of 8,100. Here we write 8,000. First we draw the bar 8,100. The first one it is 8,100. That is the first total 8,100. Family A. I think it should be with 8,100. The next one, next total it is 11,700. Family B. 11,700. On an average 11,700. We draw it till here. 11,700. 11,700. Okay. And we need to write the scale here. Scale is equal to y-axis. Y-axis is equal to 1 centimeter. That is how many units? 2,000. 2000. 2000 rupees. That is the scale. Y-axis is equal to 1 centimeter is equal to 2000 rupees. Now, firstly we draw the length based on the total. Based on the total, we need to draw the length. Now we need to represent one by one the factors we need to represent based on what they have given the expenditure. The first one, that is food, 2580. Where this 2580, here it will come approximately 2580 will be here 2580, that is food. Next 2580 plus 880, clothing 3460. You have to represent on 3460. On an average 3460. The second one, that is clothing. Next rent 3460 plus 2200, 5660. Next it is 5660. 5660. The third one, that is rent. Third one, rent 5660. Next 5660 plus 360, 6020, 6020, that is education 6020. Education 6020. Education, that is 6020. Next term 6300 fuel. Fuel it is 6000. 6300, that is fuel. Then 6300 plus 1800, 8800 others. Whatever will remain, that is others. This is of first one, the family A. Same thing we continue. We need to continue with the family B. They will start with food 3350. Food it is 3350. There it was 2000. Okay, it is 3350. 3350, that is food. And clothing 4600. 3350 plus 1250, 4600. 4600, that is clothing. Next 4600 plus 3100, that is 7700 rent. 7700. 7700, that is rent. 7700. Next 7700 plus education 1550. We get education, we need to plot on 9250. Where 9250 will come? Here on an average, here it is 9250. 9250, that is education. 9250 plus 450, 9700 fuel. Fuel it is 9700. Then whatever will remain, that is 9700 plus 2000. It represents 2000, that is 11700. If you represent here cumulative values also, now this part represents what is 2000, and this is 450, this is 1550, and this is 3100, and this is 1250, and this is 3350. That values. Now after drawing the bar diagram, now we have to shade it. We have to give different shades here. The first one will give like this, the first shade. First one. Then second one, this is for second one. Okay. Then third one. Then next shading. The next And the last one. Now we need to prepare the index table. How many factors we need to show there? There we need to show 6 factors. We need to show there 6 factors. Now we'll represent this. We'll give this same shades what we have given there. And the last one. Now, what did we represent first? First we represented food 2250. So this is, it represents food. Next comes the clothing. Next one it is clothing. Next comes the rent. Next comes the rent. Next is education. Education. After that we get the fuel. And last one, others. But here most of the people you do mistake while representing the index. Everything will be proper, but index, what do you do in the sense? You will start from others. The first one you will write others, first one you will write as food. Food you will start from here. From here you will start food. Food, clothing, rent, education, fuel, others. In that format you will start. But what we represented first? First we represented food. So that index you need to show properly. Otherwise, if your index goes wrong, whatever you have drawn here, everything goes wrong. So if you complete in this way, in this format, you will get the 5 marks. As I said, don't forget to write the here diagram heading, then scale, after that index, then you need to shade this properly, and here this you have to represent properly. Now what you are representing along the y-axis and x-axis. Now nextly we will solve one more diagram under subdivided bar diagram. Then we can move towards the next topic. Now we will see one more problem under component or subdivided bar diagram. Now here read the question. For the following data, construct a component bar diagram. Now here food grains and quantity consumed in million tons is given. Food grains are jowar, ragi, wheat and rice, and quantity consumed they have given 450 quantity of jowar, 320 quantity of ragi, 150 quantity of wheat and 400 quantity of rice. Now here they have already given the total, so directly we can move towards the preparation of subdivided bar diagram. Firstly we will write the title of diagram. So here diagram showing the consumption of food grains. Showing consumption of food grains. Consumption of food grains. Now we will draw x-axis and y-axis here. X-axis and here y-axis. And here. Now here along the x-axis will represent the food grains, and here will represent the quantity consumed. Here it is food grains. Food grains, and here this side quantity consumed. in million tons. In million tons. Now see here the total is 1320. So we need to go at least the 1400 we need to plot here. So it is better to go with 200, 400. The value is 200, then 400, 600, 800, 1000, 1200, 1400. These are the values. Now we'll draw the bar, the length to the total of the, what is the total of this food grain? Total is 1320. Now draw the bar to the total of 1320. Here 1200. So it will come on an average 1320. Here it is 1320. 1320. So here we have drawn the bar to the total of 1320. Now we have to divide this bar. Before that we write the scale there. Scale is y-axis is equal to 1 centimeter. What amount? What is the gap? 200. 200 tons in million tons. 200 million tons we have taken it. Units of measurement. Now the first one. Now here we need to make the cumulative value. As I said, this cumulative value you can make it while representing this. One you will represent 450. The first one we will see that. First one it is 450. 450 means that is Jover, it will come up to here 450. The first one. Second one what we need to do? 450 plus 320. What it will come? 450 plus 320 it will come 770. So next one it is 770. Next one that is Ragi. It comes 770. 770. Next 770 plus 150. Here 0. We get there 920. That is 150. But when we make cumulative it will come around 920. Here it is 920. Then 920 plus 400 we need to get the total 1002. So whatever will remain, that is Jover 1320. Now here we have the Jover of 450, then Ragi 320, then wheat 150 and 400. It is 400 of rice. Now we need to shade this. Give different kinds of shades there. The index. What we started with? We started with Jover 450. This is the first one. It is Jover 450. Next comes Ragi. It is Ragi, that is 320. Next it is wheat. Next it is wheat 150. Is 150. And lastly we represented rice. Lastly we represented rice. Now I hope it is clear. Subdivided bar diagram. After drawing a bar diagram, we need to subdivide according to the value of the variable. According to the value of the variable. Firstly, to the total value of the variable, we need to draw the length of the bars. After that, bars are subdivided value of the variable we need to subdivide. So with this we completed with topic called subdivided or component bar diagram. Now in case of bar diagram, one more diagram is there, that is percentage bar diagram. That percentage bar diagram we will see in tomorrow's session. With that we can wind up with the topic of one-dimensional bar diagram. Then we can move towards the two-dimensional bar diagram. Later on we can discuss about the graphs. So with this I wind up with today's class. Thank you. We will discuss further details tomorrow.